In Greek mythology, there exists a creature that was born from shame and was condemned to live in eternal darkness. The Minotaur was a beast with a man's body and a bull's head, over 7 feet tall, with horns capable of piercing armor and strength that could break bones with a single blow. The ancient Greeks considered it one of the most fearsome creatures in their mythology, not only for its physical power, but for the psychological horror it represented. Being trapped in an inescapable labyrinth with a hungry beast that knew every corridor better than anyone. The Minotaur story began with the ambition of King Minos of Crete, who asked Poseidon for a divine sign to legitimize his right to the throne. The sea god sent a perfect white bull from the ocean's depths, with the condition it be sacrificed in his honor. However, Minos was so impressed by the animal's beauty, he decided to keep it and sacrifice another common bull in its place. This betrayal enraged Poseidon, who planned a punishment that would forever mark the Cretan dynasty. The god cursed Pasiphaë, Minos' wife, with an unnatural passion for the sacred white bull. Consumed by this supernatural desire, the queen asked for help from the famous craftsman Daedalus, who built a hollow wooden cow covered with real hide. Pasiphaë hid inside this creation and managed to unite with the bull. From this impossible union was born a creature that so shamed the royal family that Minos decided to hide it forever. When the Minotaur was born, its appearance was a disturbing mixture of human and beast. It had the torso, arms, and legs of a man of gigantic proportions, but its head was completely that of a bull with massive horns and red eyes filled with fury. Its skin was bronze like that of Cretans, but harder and more resistant. Its hands retained human form but with supernatural strength that allowed it to crush skulls as if they were eggshells. Its breath came in hot snorts that stank of blood and raw meat, and when it bellowed in rage, the sound echoed through the labyrinth's passages like thunder trapped underground. Its feet, though human in form, left deep prints in stone when it ran enraged through its prison's corridors. To hide this abomination, Minos ordered Daedalus to build the most complex labyrinth ever conceived beneath his palace at Knossos. This underground structure had thousands of interconnected corridors, stairs leading nowhere, false doors and circular tunnels that confused even the most experienced explorer. The labyrinth was designed with a single entrance and one exit, but the path between them was so complicated that finding it without a guide was virtually impossible. The air inside grew stale and thick, heavy with the smell of damp stone and ancient death, and the darkness was so complete in some passages that torches seemed to be swallowed by it rather than illuminate it. The Minotaur inhabited this labyrinth for years, becoming its absolute master. It knew every corridor, every corner, every echo that resonated in the stone walls. Its diet consisted mainly of human flesh, especially that of the young people sent to it as tribute. Every 7 years, according to agreements established after Crete defeated Athens in war, 7 Athenian youths and 7 maidens were sent to the labyrinth as sacrifice. These young people were thrown in the entrance and abandoned to their fate, becoming prey for the hungry beast. The Minotaur's hunting method was as efficient as it was terrifying. First, it listened to its victims' footsteps and voices from a distance, using its superior knowledge of the labyrinth to stalk without being detected. Then it approached silently, using parallel passages only it knew. When it finally attacked, it did so with surprising speed for its size, charging with its horns or crushing with its powerful hands. The screams of victims were lost in the labyrinth's endless echoes, and their bodies were devoured in darkness. Sometimes it would toy with its prey first, allowing them to hear its heavy breathing just around the corner, or the scrape of its hooves on stone, driving them mad with terror before the final strike came. The ancients considered the Minotaur a formidable creature within the pantheon of Greek monsters, comparable in danger to beasts like the Harpies or the Nemean lion, but inferior to creatures like the Chimera or Hydra. Its main advantage was not versatility of supernatural powers, but its combination of brute strength, territorial knowledge, and the psychological terror of facing it in its own domain. Unlike monsters that attacked in open field, the Minotaur converted its prison into a weapon, where every wrong step could mean being lost forever. Mythological sources document that the beast had several important vulnerabilities. Its half-human nature gave it intelligence, but also human emotions like anger that could cloud its judgment. Its great size made it powerful but also slower than agile opponents. Additionally, its total dependence on the labyrinth was both its greatest strength and weakness. Outside those walls, it was simply a strong beast, but inside it was practically invincible. The Minotaur's most famous confrontation was against Theseus, Prince of Athens. When the time came for the third tribute, Theseus volunteered to go to Crete and end the bloody tradition. Upon arriving at the island, he met Ariadne, Minos' daughter, who fell madly in love with him. The Cretan princess provided him with a ball of golden thread and revealed the secret to navigating the labyrinth. Always keep the thread taut and follow it back after completing his mission. Theseus entered the labyrinth at dawn, carefully unwinding the thread as he advanced through the tortuous corridors. After hours of walking, he finally found the Minotaur in the structure's center, surrounded by bones and remains of previous victims. The beast attacked immediately, charging with its deadly horns, but Theseus was more agile and experienced in combat. During a battle that lasted until nightfall, the hero managed to dodge the monster's attacks and counterattack with his sword. Sweat poured down both combatants as they circled each other in the confined space, the Minotaur's frustrated bellows mixing with Theseus's labored breathing. The hero feinted left, rolled right, and used the beast's own momentum against it, driving it into walls and exhausting its rage. Finally, Theseus managed to position himself behind the creature and strangled it with his own hands, taking advantage that the neck, being the most human part, was also the most vulnerable. After killing the Minotaur, Theseus followed the golden thread back to the entrance where the other Athenian youths and Ariadne awaited him. Together they escaped from Crete during the night, forever ending the bloody tribute that had tormented Athens for decades. The Minotaur's death marked the end of an era in Crete and established Theseus as one of the great heroes of Greek mythology. For the ancients, this victory represented the triumph of Athenian civilization over Cretan barbarity, of intelligence over brute force, and of heroic valor over tyranny. The empty labyrinth became a symbol of the mysteries heroes must face and resolve, while the Minotaur's figure remained as a reminder of the consequences of defying the gods. In ancient Greek culture, the Minotaur frequently appeared on ceramics and reliefs as a symbol of hidden dangers and the shameful secrets powerful families tried to bury. Its story served as warning about the consequences of excessive ambition and the importance of honoring pacts with the gods. Thus, the beast of the labyrinth continues to be remembered not only as a terrible monster, but as a lesson about the price of divine betrayal and the redemptive power of authentic heroism.